Okay, let's be real. Long-distance relationships are hard. They require trust, communication, intentionality, and a healthy dose of faith. But sometimes that faith gets tested. Sometimes you start to feel a little niggle in your gut, a whisper of doubt that grows louder with each passing day. You love this person. You want it to work, but the distance feels like a breeding ground for opportunity. Opportunity for someone else. Today we're diving deep into the top signs your long-distance partner might be cheating on you, or is gearing up to cheat soon. We're not just going to list them though, we'll break down why these signs matter, what they mean emotionally, and most importantly, what you can do about it. This isn't about jumping to conclusions, it's about being observant, trusting your intuition, and reclaiming your power in the relationship. Because even if the worst is true, knowing gives you agency. You deserve happiness, and you deserve honesty. Segment 1, the subtle shifts. Early warning signs. Let's start with the subtle shifts. These are the things that creep in slowly, almost imperceptibly at first. You might brush them off as just distance being distance, that they're worth paying attention to. 1. Communication. Frequency and quality dips. But with a specific flavor, it's not just less communication, it's different communication. Are the long, thoughtful conversations becoming shorter, more perfunctory? Are they less interested in your day-to-day life? Do their responses feel distant? But here's the key. It's often accompanied by a new level of busy. They're busy with something, but can rarely pinpoint exactly what. It's not just work or hobbies. It's a vague, just been really swamped. Why it matters? Communication is the lifeblood of any long-distance relationship. When that starts to wane, especially without a clear reason, it creates space for emotional connection with someone else to grow. What you can do, don't accuse. Gently bring it up. Hey, I've noticed we haven't had as many deep talks lately. Is everything okay? Are you feeling stressed about something? Frame it as concern, not accusation. 2. The new friend emerges and gets a lot of attention. Everyone has friends, that's great. But is there a new friend who suddenly features prominently in their stories? Do they talk about this person constantly? Do they seem particularly eager to share details about what they do with this new friend? Pay attention to the context. Is it just friendly chatter, or does it feel like they're trying to impress someone? Why it matters? Sometimes a new friend is a stepping stone. It's easier to test the waters emotionally and potentially physically with someone who isn't your primary partner yet. What you can do, ask about this new friend. Show genuine interest. Oh, tell me more about Sarah. How did you two meet? See how they respond. A genuinely happy mention will feel different than a slightly guarded one. 3. Increase protectiveness of their phone computer. This is a classic. Do they suddenly guard their phone like it's Fort Knox? Do they quickly minimize screens when you video chat? Are they less likely to leave their phone lying around where you can see notifications during calls? Why it matters, it suggests they have something to hide, even if it's just emotional flirting. It breaks down the level of openness that a healthy relationship requires. What you can do, observe, without immediately confronting. Notice patterns. If it happens consistently, casually ask, "You seem really protective of your phone lately. Anything new going on?" Segment 2, the more obvious signs, red flags. Waving. Okay, now we're moving into the territory where things are getting a little more concrete. These signs are harder to ignore and often point to something more significant happening. 4. Changes in intimacy, both emotional and physical. This is huge. Are they less affectionate during video calls? Do their goodnight texts feel less loving? Is the sexual chemistry dwindling even when you do connect? It's not just about frequency, it's about quality and enthusiasm. Why it matters, intimacy is a key component of most relationships. When it starts to fade, it often means emotional energy is being directed elsewhere. What you can do, be direct. I feel like we haven't been as close lately. I miss feeling connected to you. See how they respond. Do they acknowledge your feelings and try to address them, or do they brush it off? 5. Inconsistent. Stories and alibis. This is where the details start to unravel. Does their story about what they did on Saturday change slightly each time you ask? Are their alibis for certain times a little vague or contradictory? Why it matters, liars often struggle with consistency. Small inconsistencies can add up to bigger deceptions. What you can do, gently probe, but don't interrogate. Oh, I thought you said you were at the gym on Saturday. Now you're saying you went for a hike. See how they explain the discrepancy. A genuine mistake is different than a carefully constructed lie. 6. They start criticizing you more. Often about things that didn't bother them before. Suddenly, your quirks are annoying, your habits are irritating, and everything you do seems to be slightly off. This can be a way of creating emotional distance and justifying their attraction to someone else. Why it matters, it's often easier to fall for someone new when you're feeling less secure in your current relationship. Criticism erodes that security. What you can do, call them out on it. I notice you've been criticizing me a lot lately. Is something bothering you? Segment 3, the deeper dive, emotional and digital footprints. Now we're getting into the detective work. These signs require a little more digging, but can be incredibly revealing. 7. They become more active on social media, especially with one specific person. Are they liking and commenting on everything this new person posts? Are they tagging each other in photos and videos frequently? Are their interactions flirty or suggestive? Why it matters, social media is a public display of affection and attention. Increased interaction with someone else can signal an emotional connection. What you can do, scroll through their social media feed. See what's happening. Don't be a stalker, but pay attention to patterns. 8. They start mirroring the habits. Interests of someone else. Have they suddenly developed a passion for something that their new friend loves? Are they adopting mannerisms or phrases that this person uses? It can be subconscious, but it's often a sign of emotional attraction. Why it matters, we tend to gravitate towards people who share our interests and values. Mirroring is a way of subconsciously building rapport. What you can do, observe their behavior over time. Is the change genuine, or does it feel forced? 9. Intuition. That gut feeling you can't shake, this is huge. Don't underestimate your intuition. If something feels off, even if you can't pinpoint exactly what it is, trust that feeling. Your subconscious often picks up on cues that your conscious mind misses. What you can do, journal about your feelings. Talk to trusted friends or family members. Sometimes, just verbalizing your concerns can help clarify things. Segment 4, reclaiming your power. What to do next. Okay, you've noticed some signs. Now what? Here's how to reclaim your power and navigate this situation. 1. Have a direct conversation. But choose the right time and place. Don't ambush them with accusations over text. Schedule a dedicated video call where you can both talk openly and honestly. 2. Focus on I. Statements. Instead of saying, "You're always ignoring me," try, "I feel ignored when I don't hear from you for days." This makes it less accusatory and more about your experience. 3. Ask specific questions and listen to the answers. Really listen, don't just wait for your turn to talk. Pay attention to their body language, their tone of voice, and what they don't say. 4. Be prepared for different outcomes. They might admit to cheating, they might deny it, or they might be somewhere in between. Be prepared for all possibilities. 5. Know your worth. And don't settle for less than you deserve. Even if they are cheating, it doesn't diminish your value as a person. You deserve someone who loves you fully and is committed to the relationship. 6. Give yourself time to heal. Whether you stay together or break up, healing takes time. Allow yourself to grieve, process your emotions, and rediscover what makes you happy. Long-distance relationships are challenging, but they can also be incredibly rewarding. The key is open communication, trust, and a willingness to work at it. If you're seeing these signs, don't ignore them. Trust your intuition, reclaim your power, and remember that you deserve happiness, with or without this person. Thanks for listening. And remember, you are stronger than you think.